Well, Australia's most decorated living soldier, BenRoberts-Smith, is waking up behind bars this morning, charged with war crimes. So how did a national hero become an accused killer? It was 2006 when SAS soldier BenRoberts-Smith was first deployed to Afghanistan. He would go on to complete 6 tours, and in 2011 he was awarded the Victoria Cross for his role in the Battle of Tizak. But beneath the image of bravery, there were allegations of war crimes. In 2009, BenRoberts-Smith allegedly gunned down an Afghan detainee with a prosthetic leg and ordered a rookie soldier to kill a second man. By 2012, it's alleged he kicked an Afghan villager off a cliff and then ordered his soldiers to execute the man. He then allegedly oversaw the execution of 2 more Afghans that year. By 2018, those accusations would be uncovered and published by 9 newspapers, The Age and the Sydney Morning Herald. The former soldier denied any wrongdoing and launched defamation action in the federal court. After years and with a cost of $30 million, Justice Anthony Basanko dismissed the case against 9 and found most of the war crime allegations were substantially true. It all led to yesterday, when federal police arrested the 47-year-old at Sydney Airport and charged him with 5 war crimes, all murder.
And investigative journalist from The Age and the Sydney Morning Herald, Nick McKenzie, has followed this story from the very beginning, and he joins us now this morning. Nick, so BenRoberts-Smith is preparing to face bail court this morning, bail proceedings. Did you think this day would come 10 years ago?
Not 10 years ago, but as more and more evidence came to light and more of BenRoberts-Smith's own comrades, that those making the allegations are soldiers, former and serving soldiers. It's them who say that Robert-Smith did this. As more of them emerged, it became more and more likely he would one day be charged. But it's been 9 years, and I think even Robert-Smith himself was probably hoping that this would all blow over.
What do you anticipate will play out in court today?
Well, he'll no doubt argue for to be released for bail. I presume the Commonwealth Director of Public Prosecutions will see him or ask for him to be remanded into custody. The allegations are very, very grave. 5 counts of murder, the alleged execution of unarmed Afghans, and there might be evidence put forward that Robert-Smith could seek to flee or interfere with witnesses. Countering that will be his very strong ties to the jurisdiction. He's got daughters. There's no sense he's preparing to flee. So a fight will be had. If he does not get bail today, I suspect he will be remanded. Then it'll come up again to a more senior court. The fight will be had again. If we look to the other case of the soldier, another SAS soldier charged with murder, war crimes, he eventually did get bail. Robert-Smith may well go that same way.
So these allegations that you uncovered over the years are extremely ugly. It must be a huge challenge for those soldiers, and a very brave act by those soldiers to come forward and to testify. What have they said, or have you heard from them about this arrest?
I have heard from some of the SAS people involved in all this, those soldiers. It's my great privilege to have got to know men like that. It's very tough for them. It's a grim day. There's no vindication or sense of relief or happiness. These soldiers fought for their country bravely in Afghanistan, sometimes many deployments. And now they're dragged into a criminal prosecution to testify against their fellow soldier in BenRoberts-Smith, who will bring the biggest legal guns to that battle. But one of them said to me, you know, now this is untested, there's a jury that's got to work this out at the end of the day, but this SAS soldier said to me, well, you know what, it's the truth, and the Australian public deserve the truth. And of course we have to wait for those criminal proceedings to actually sort out whether the evidence supports a conviction or not. That's a long day down the trail. But it's worth reminding the whole nation that these allegations, they're not the invention of the media or the cops. They come from soldiers.
BenRoberts-Smith does still have some powerful people in his corner, including Pauline Hanson and Tony Abbott. The former PM has already come out and said it is wrong to judge the actions of men in mortal combat by the standards of ordinary civilian life. How do you respond to that statement?
Well, Tony Abbott's statement is frankly ridiculous, because this is not civilians judging the conduct of soldiers in the heat of battle. This is soldiers who allege that these alleged executions took place well after the bullets stopped whizzing around. This is not fog of war. This is unarmed Afghans. In the case of Ali Jan, an Afghan, he was detained, he was handcuffed, he was allegedly a civilian, he was allegedly kicked off a cliff by Robert-Smith. and then summarily executed at the bottom of that cliff. So there's no fog of war. And Tony Abbott seems to be ignoring, I think, perhaps deliberately, the fact that this is coming from other soldiers. Do we discredit them because Robert Smith's so decorated and so famous? He seems to be suggesting yes.
If he's convicted, Ben Roberts-Smith is facing a life behind bars. Do you think he would be in this situation, charged as he is now with these war crimes, if he didn't sue for defamation?
I don't think he would have been charged yesterday had he not launched this defamation action. And again, I think his very high-profile supporters, Tony Abbott, Pauline Hanson, Gina Reinhardt has come out this morning offering very strong support. The billionaire, Kerry Stokes, we know, another billionaire, has been right behind him. Seem to forget Robert Smith's the one who got himself into this trouble, not just because of his alleged executions in Afghanistan, but he took a civil case, he forced this into the court, into the public domain, he forced out this evidence, he forced his fellow brother soldiers to come to the stand where they were told, you're on oath, you must testify. He would not be sitting in jail overnight, he would not be walking into a bail court this morning had he not brought that civil action himself.
Well, Nick, we really appreciate you joining us this morning. It's been a very busy 48 hours for you. We will stay